Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, this is a debate that has been going on for a very long time, and a debate no doubt that would outpace this video that I am about to bring you. Guys, I bring you this. See replies a lady got after she posted a tweet suggesting Ron's girls marry before church girls. So Ron's girls versus church girls is where we're going to again with this particular video. No doubt a topic that a lot of you would have encountered in the past. So here it is again from this time the perspective of a Twitter poster. Pastor Mrs. Ola is the name of the handle, and this is what she is proposing. All my colleagues in university that were busy distributing, and then think of another word, a P word for a cat, so a P word cat. So that's the word that she used, which I cannot use on YouTube. So all my colleagues in the university that were busy distributing that P word around are now married to rich, responsible men living better life. But we that were dying in fellowships then are still doing God when on every thread. It is well. So this is what she's saying. She's effectively saying that all the girls that were dishing it around during the university days are all settled into like with successful men, etc. But all the goody two shoes at the university then are still in the churches being prayed upon and doing fasting and whatever. So let's just get into a bit more detail on how this is being presented. A lady's tweet is trending on social media after she complained about not getting any good men despite being a fellowship girl during her university days. According to the Twitter user Deola Adereti, all her classmates during her university days that were sleeping around are now married to rich, responsible men, whilst she and others who were strong Christians are still asking God to bless them with husbands. She tweeted, all my colleagues in the university that were busy distributing, and then the P word, around are now married to rich, responsible men living better life, but we that were dying in fellowship then are still doing God when on every thread. It is well. In another follow-up tweet, she said, I did everything I was asked to. Oh, sometimes I will think I am being punished for something I don't know. It gets this babe that was doing this runs Lojumejeji. Back then, girl got married to one local government chairman. How she managed to find the guy still baffles me. So this is you see, this is an eternal story, really. Let's just see. Let's just see what sort of a response she's gotten. Let's see if there's any more to add to this before we get into a discussion about it. Some Twitter users supported her tweet, saying it's not good to judge, as most times it is the bad ones who do well in life. Others didn't support her notion, stating that some of these Ron's girls are in bad marriages, to which she replied, all of you coming with their marriage might not be rosy agenda, go and sit down. Most of them actually have happy marriages. I know of 4 like that. That agenda is fallacious. So I agree with that, by the way, because this is just some consolation that maybe they are not happy there, just to console you that. And this is an eternal, let me just pause there for a moment. This is an eternal story, by the way, because doing the right thing does not necessarily end up in getting you the right results. So living a righteous life does not always pan out in your favor, and being a bad guy, that doesn't mean you will get your comeuppance in life. So often the bad guys win, and they win all the way through. If you look at the Nigerian landscape, you'll see that's all the way through anyway, because you'll be saying one day, but one day, these people are living into their 80s and 90s. One day for Buhari, he has been on our neck since the 80s. One day for Tinubu, he has been on our neck since the 80s. One day for Babangida, he has been on our neck since the 80s. So one day, that one day, it doesn't really often always comes for all of these bad people, and bad people don't always get their comeuppance. So let's just see what sort of uh, response that this tweet by this lady has generated. I'm just going to skim through and just pick the more interesting ones. Let me see what this one is saying. So this is an Oluwafunmilayo is the person now talking. To be honest, I thought I was the only one that noticed it. All the runs girl back then in school have wealthy husbands and beautiful kids now, but I still stay here despite being a good girl. So this is a story that repeats and repeats. And by the way, all these so-called runt girls, so the reason why they end up in all these marriages, successful marriages, is because, of course, they said to become an expert in anything, you need is it 10,000 hours or something of practice. So if you are calling these girls runs girls, so a runs girls will not go and meet a poor person. So a runs girls will go and meet the rich and powerful to then trade their wares for money. So they are already in that circle. So within that circle, then of course, somebody will at some point fall in love with them, and they also know how to navigate their way through that circle, and they also know how to identify who a good guy is, and they are also experienced with men. So all of these things, of course, is really what facilitates these girls being able to get the peak of the best men, because they are experienced and practiced. So all of these good girls, so-called good girls now, that a guy will come and talk to them and they will say no because they've been taught to say no, and just go and read your books and then go and do your prayers and then go to bed and repeat it again. So they have no real experience with men, and they have no real experience of life. So they've studied, they've come out of school, so then suddenly you've been telling them to be good girls all the way through. So then suddenly they hit that age of 23, 24, 25, when the real big items, the marquee part of their education, is now all done and finished, and then you're suddenly asking them where their boyfriend is. Well, you told them not to get a boyfriend when they were in university and to face their books. So now and by the way, most people find their life partners in uni. So if they have not found their life partners in uni and they're still not at work, because it's three places that you're really likely to find your life partner: in uni, at work, or in church. So I mean, how do you expect these girls to have the experience to get these guys? And those guys, those top guys, they are not really looking for good or bad girl. They are looking for a decent girl, and a runt girl is not necessarily, by the way, a bad girl, because girls of good upbringing can still be runt girls, and runt girls have enough smarts to be able to switch from runt to become a good girl, because the runt, of course, is for sustenance. So if you then capture a rich man, what you have to do runs for again is just to rebrand yourself and become a good girl and start to pose all over town. And this is really what you're seeing playing out now. So now this Dudley do good that they have bred within all of the fellowships all over the universities, there will be tying scarf all over the place and wearing skirts that is almost to their ankle. So these are the girls now that are on the shelf now, going from one pastor to the other, with the pastor using them as a ATM machine and sending missives back to their home. That is, it is your mommy, it is your auntie, it is somebody in the village. It's nobody in the village. You are not experienced in men. This is the so-called runs girls are more experienced in men. They know how to manage men. They know how to make a man fall in love with them. So they're then able to pick the sort of man that they would want to fall in love with them, that they will want to build a life with, make him fall in love with them, because they're experienced, of course, in handling men. They know what buttons to press, and then they make this man fall in love with them. And then, of course, because a bronze girl, as I said, is not necessarily a bad girl. So if they find a rich, successful guy that they can make fall in love with them because they are experienced in men, they can then just switch from a bronze girl to becoming a good girl and just build a family unit and around that. But then you, of course, that you have spent all of your life in fellowship and you don't want to marry the guy from fellowship because the guy from fellowship is just some dull guy, not dull in terms of not being successful financially, but he has no oomph in life. So now that you are in life now, you are now looking now to the sort of men that these runs girls are controlling. So it's really down to experience more than anything else. And this church girls runs girls thing is a debate that will carry on forever. If there was a middle ground, that would be better. But then of course bronze girls are not necessarily bad, and this is what is playing out now. So the church girls now, the moral of the story with all of my ramblings is that the good guy does not necessarily finish at the top, and the bad guy does not yet necessarily get his comeuppance. And this is what this girl is saying, and this is the totality of all of it. But let me just see if I can just add, if there's any more interesting bits, I'll add it. If there isn't, then I'll just round it off there. Okay, this is one person that is putting a different dimension to it. This is Owomo, is the name of this contributor. It says, you guys that are also asking God why, is it not that you have wasted one or two opportunities in the past in the name of looking for tall, dark and handsome? So that is another dimension to this. So every girl, of course, is looking for that one guy. Is handsome, is young, is successful, is educated and is respected, and all of this. This is what all young girls are looking for. But how many young men fit that criteria? Young, handsome, presentable, respectable, well brought up, successful, all of these things. So for every one of those type of men that is available, there's like 1 million girls after him. And very quickly, one of those girls will get him. So that type of guy is never long on the market. So what is long on the market are guys that have all of these foibles, and then you have to look at the guy then and think, okay, he has all of these issues, but I can contend with these issues, but this set of issues I cannot contend with. So you have to be able to negotiate the sort of guy that you are willing to settle for, because you have to compromise. There's no other way. If you are looking for that tall, dark and handsome, successful, works for oil company and is a banker at the same time as well, being a brain surgeon and then is a president, all these sort of fanciful ideas that some young girls are sadly have floating in their heads. And this is really what wastes a lot of time for these girls, and it ties in with what this guy is saying. If you are looking for this perfect guy, then you'll be looking for a very long time, because that guy now that is almost there but is not quite there, but you've dismissed him because you were looking for the perfect guy. By the time you look back to come and get him, some other girl that got to that realization that you are getting to now before you has already snapped him off. So your criteria will start to fall and fall, and the closer a girl, especially within the Nigerian setup, gets towards or to the age of 30, the more pressure she's under, because she's now going to weddings of her cousins and friends and family and whatever, and then every time they are, you are next to, after a while, before you know it, the weddings that you went to 2 years ago, they're celebrating twins, you know. So the pressure is real. So you have to then think of the compromises that you have to make within yourself to get the life that you want. But it might not be the exact life that you want, but you can still have a good life without having the perfect life, because nobody has the perfect life. And by the way, the guy that you are also ending up with, he's also making some compromises for you, because nobody is perfect, so there'll be elements within you that he will also have to overlook. Don't think just because you're a girl every man has to be grateful. So this is really now where this narrative is, this real catch-22 situation is for this runs girls versus church girls dichotomy, this sort of conundrum that young ladies especially are contending with now. Conversations in the comment section. Runs girls versus church girls is what we're talking about in this video. Come share thoughts. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me where you weigh on the divide. Runs girls versus church girls is what we're talking about. Come share thoughts. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.